Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as I promised you guys, I always keep my promises, is that I'll be bringing you guests who have inspired me, who have experiences that I know will inspire you and change your life. So my next guest is someone who I met at a time whereby I didn't have direction of life. I didn't know what I was supposed to do at that particular time. And she spoke life into my dreams, into my vision. She made me believe in myself again. And I thought, why not bring her to you? She's been a gift to me. Why not share the same gift with you guys? And she's here with me. She's a mentor. She's a life coach. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's this gracious woman of God. And I love her truly. And I'll let her introduce herself just now. So without further ado, I'm bringing to you Carol Mashina. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for honoring my invite. You have been so inspirational in my life, and I can't explain how much, and you know it really. So, maybe just give us a brief introduction of who you are, so that my viewers can get to know you.
Wow, okay, so Carol Mashine is my name. I am, like you said, a mother of two, married to a wonderful husband, James Mashine. I am a life coach. I'm also a youth mentor. Yes, and I am also a customer experience expert. So I wear many hats.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right.
Right. So the reason why I thought you should be my first guest is because you have been in my journey. You know me, and we have gone through so much together. And there have been seasons of stagnation in my life. And I believe I'm not the only person who is going through the same.
Yes.
So many people are going through the same.
Yes.
And I thought, why not have you? Because I believe you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that. And I want to first start by asking you, have you ever found yourself in a place of total stagnation, whereby you didn't know, you know what you need to do, but just getting yourself to do that thing becomes an issue, and you stay there and you become comfortable. So have you been in such a place?
Yes. And before I answer that, I want to just say I am so delighted at what God has done in your life. Look at you. You're looking absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You are an inspiration to so many young people out there. You're such a blessing. Your gift is phenomenal, Eunice, and you are on another level. So for me to see how far you've come is so overwhelming, and I'm so humbled to be on your show. And congratulations, this is absolutely the next level for you. So going back to your question, Eunice, yes, I have experienced stagnation, like I believe everybody has at some point in their lives.
Yes.
So probably I can start by my definition of what stagnation is. For me, stagnation is a state of not growing.
Yeah.
A state where you've reached where you're not growing.
Yeah.
And I like to use the analogy of a stagnant river.
Yeah.
So for example, when I see a stagnant river, what comes to your mind, Eunice? How does it look like?
Swamp.
A swamp, exactly.
Yeah.
Smelly, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or the water is not moving.
Yeah.
Perhaps fish will not live in it. It's almost a dead situation.
Yeah.
So our lives become like that when we've stagnated.
Yeah.
You feel like there's no growth. You feel there's no life.
Yes.
You feel there's no energy.
Yes.
And in essence, in life, there are two things. You're either growing or dying.
True.
In between is stagnation.
Yeah.
And you really need to know where you are in life.
Mm-hmm.
And most people are in that stagnation phase,
Yes.
and they don't realize why they are feeling that way.
Yes.
So yes, I did feel like that a few years ago in my career.
Yes.
I came to a point where I had such a lovely job, great salary,
Yes.
amazing benefits.
Yes.
I had been there for several years.
Yes.
But it came to a point where I started feeling there must be more to this.
Mm-hmm.
There must be more than this routine.
Yes.
And I started wondering, why am I struggling so much to get up to go to work?
Okay.
Why is it not fulfilling me? Why am I unhappy and I cannot explain it?
Right.
It became almost a struggle to just get up and go to work.
Yes.
And I found that I had to come to a point where I had to identify, what is this thing?
Right.
What is this feeling? What is this unhappiness?
Mm.
Unhappiness so overwhelming.
Yes.
And I realized it was the fact that I had stagnated.
Yes.
Because there's no more growth
Yes.
in my career.
Yes.
I'm there, I've reached that point,
Right.
and I don't know what the next step is.
Mhm.
And that was a stagnation for me.
Wow. I've been there, and even starting this YouTube channel. In fact, the reason why I had to call you is because I needed someone who I can be accountable for,
Right.
so that I can now start. At least I have someone who will be reminding me. You said you're going to start a YouTube channel, so because I knew anxiety would kick in, fear would kick in, and I'll not start, and I'll stay in the same place.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts? Why are people so stuck? What gets us to that point whereby you're very skilled? You know that you are skilled, but you can't just get yourself out of it. What causes that stagnation in this day and age?
I believe it's the wrong focus. There are many reasons.
Okay.
One of the main reasons is having the wrong focus, being focused on what you think is the way forward,
Right.
and yet it's not the way.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of the housefly. I don't know if you've ever seen a housefly on a window trying to get out. And this housefly will consistently try to make its way through this same place, closed window, and it will be like zzz, continuously.
Yeah.
And even if you're there and you're trying to chase it away, it will go everywhere else and still, it's still insisting on this place.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, there's probably a window
Yes.
that's open right next to it.
Right.
But because this fly is so focused on this way, this is the only way it's seeing out,
Yes.
it misses the window of opportunity right next to it.
Yes.
So sometimes you're so focused on what we think is the way out,
Yeah.
because probably your friends are successful in this way, so you think this is the way I'm going to make it.
Yes.
Or your family or your parents told you this is the way.
Yes.
Or maybe that's a dream you had when you were younger, but dynamics have changed and
Yeah.
life has changed.
Yeah.
And we must be able to adapt to situations.
Right.
So if you are in that housefly mentality and
Yes.
keep trying to go through the closed window,
Right.
you miss out the window that's next to you.
Wow.
So that wrong focus is one thing that keeps people from, that keeps people just in the same place and not moving.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. And so when you find yourself in that place of stagnation, whereby you there's this dream that you have, and there is and you can't seem to get yourself there.
Right.
You look at your friends, you look at your family members. People are doing very well.
Yes.
From the social media. Again, social media can be just
Oh,
pressure,
absolutely, yes.
It's not the true picture. But what should you do when you find yourself? Because I believe even depression comes from that place of stagnation.
It does.
Because you feel like everybody else is doing well apart from yourself.
Yes.
So what should you do in case you find yourself there?
Number one, commit your ways unto God, and He'll direct your path.
Amen.
That's what is written.
Amen.
When you commit your ways to God, He begins to align you and to lead you in the right direction.
Amen.
So for me, it starts from there.
Yes.
Secondly, I think it's important to look at your values. What's important for me? What do I value?
Right.
In the place I'm at, is what I'm doing connecting with my values. For example, for me, my values are family, number one. So any decision I make career-wise must be centered around my family.
Right.
If it's not enabling me to have time with my family,
Right.
it's not aligning with what I want, and eventually I'll feel like I have stagnated. So what are your values? Go back, seek yourself.
Yeah.
Is it values are so wide. Is it family? Is it wealth?
Yeah.
Is it health? Is
Yeah.
it honesty? Is it integrity?
Yes.
You could be in a place of work where there is no integrity, where there is no respect, and you begin to feel that feeling that we're describing. It's
Yeah.
because that place of work, there are things happening that are not aligning with your values.
Wow. Wow. That's very true. And sometimes I feel, I don't know if you agree with me, that it has sometimes it has nothing to do with your financial, capabilities, or it is, I think sometimes it has everything to do with your mindset. Do you agree?
It has a lot to do with your mindset.
Yeah.
Remember, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Yes.
So much comes from here.
Yes.
This is your engine.
Yes.
It starts with the thoughts.
Yes.
So yes, it does have a lot to do with your mindset.
Yeah.
It does.
Because what happens is when you find yourself in that situation of you being stuck, your mind already tells you that this is it. There is no other way. So you're not able to explore other opportunities, options that are placed or presented in front of you. And so therefore your mind tells you this is it. And so it's tuning your mind, right?
Right.
To think differently.
Exactly.
To explore other opportunities.
Yes.
To try, to keep trying.
Yes.
Until something happens. Because I believe that as long as you're trying, things will align. And
Yes.
then if God is in the picture, you can't go wrong.
Yes, and remember also when you're trying, you need to be trying with things that are within your value system.
Yeah.
You're not just trying out things for the sake of trying them out.
Yes.
If it's a business opportunity, you must be trying something that aligns with, if for example, bribing is not in your value system, and this business opportunity that's coming involves bribing, you will not be fulfilled.
No.
You'll not be satisfied.
No,
So
absolutely.
values, you can't get away from values. It's very important that you get that clear,
Mhm.
because it's a roadmap to
Right.
where you want to go.
Right.
It is.
Wow. So what would you suggest? I remember there's a time you talked to me and you told me sometimes you have to change how you do things.
Yes.
How you wake up, what you listen to, who you surround yourself with, things that you read, and there's just basic steps that can get you out of that. So maybe you can give us more on that, like simple things in life, in your life that you can change, that can actually change your mindset. Do you have some examples to share?
I will share something I learned that was a turning point for me a few years ago in that season of stagnation. I came across this Japanese word called Ikigai.
Okay.
Ikigai means the reason for your existence.
Right.
And there's a little town in Japan called Okinawa. And now Okinawa is a very unique town because majority of the people that live there, they live to be over 100 years.
Right.
They're healthy, Eunice, they're happy,
Right.
they're successful, they are fulfilled.
Yeah.
So study was done to find out why is it that these people in Okinawa live such fulfilled lives, that they don't experience stagnation. Sickness level is very low. Death rate is very low. It's absolutely amazing. And it was discovered that it's because they've adopted a way of life called Ikigai. So Ikigai is the reason for your existence. So
Right.
from the time you're young,
Yeah.
they begin to align you with your Ikigai, which is your purpose,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
So there's this concept, this Ikigai concept encompasses 4 parts. In the path you choose, you must be doing something you love. So the mindset, you remember we were talking about mindset, the mindset you adapt from when you're young as you grow is that whatever path I choose, it must be something that I love, number 1.
Right.
Number 2, it must be something that you're good at.
Right.
All right? Number 3, it must be something that the world needs.
Right.
And number 4, something that pays you well.
Yeah.
So this is the mindset that they have from childhood, and they grow in that direction. So vis-a-vis our culture, where people do a course because other people are doing this course. Oh, we've heard that engineering pays well, so then you struggle to do this course because that's what, it's not what your purpose is.
What fulfills you.
So Ikigai teaches you how to adapt this 4 and adapt the mindset aligning with Ikigai. And in doing that, you're never in a point of stagnation because you're on a continuous growth journey. So you're asking yourself, so where I am right now, let's say it's career-wise, am I doing something I love? Does it pay me well? So maybe you're only having those 2.
Yeah.
Or am I doing something that I love or something that I'm good at? So Ikigai teaches you how to go to your next level. For example, someone who loves making samosas and is very good at making samosas, what's the next step for them? Because if they're just in this routine of I make samosas, I love, I make, then they stagnate in that point. So the next step would be to ask themselves, how do I make money out of this gift?
Yeah.
So you're then moving closer to your Ikigai.
Yes.
So even when you're adopting a change of mindset, you must be clear about what mindset you want to change.
Yes.
Because you could move from a positive mindset to a negative mindset.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to ask yourself, what mind do I want to go? Which direction do I want to go?
Right.
It's also like driving a car. You have an automatic car and you have a manual car. A manual car is a different car because you have to keep shifting the gears.
Yeah.
So you're driving this manual car and you come across a bump ahead. You need to slow down, you need to shift the gears.
Right.
And then navigate the bump.
Right.
Or you're driving and you're on a highway and you realize, oops, I'm going in the wrong direction.
Right.
So you at some point need to change this gears, shift this gears, and turn in the direction you want to go.
Yeah.
Or you're driving and you see a hill ahead.
Yeah.
Again, you will need to slow down, shift the gears,
Yes.
and go in that direction that you want to, and navigate that hill.
Right.
Life is like a manual car, Eunice.
Yeah.
Will there be bumps ahead in life?
Absolutely.
Will there be hills?
Absolutely.
Will there be times you find you're going in the wrong direction?
Mhm.
So you need to adopt the mindset of shifting gears.
Okay.
So you must always be in that mindset. This is not going how I want it to go,
Mhm.
but I'm not going to crash. I'm not going to get depressed. I'm not going to go down. I'm just going to shift gears.
Right.
And you need to be constantly tuned to know this is the point where I shift gears. Because just like a manual car, your body speaks to you. Your life speaks to you. When the car is struggling to navigate that hill, there's a way the car will sound. And you know yourself.
Right.
You know, I'm starting to stagnate, something is wrong.
Yeah.
You shift the gears.
Shift the gears.
Yes.
Wow, this song that you mentioned that I listened to the other day, and they were talking about purpose.
Right.
And they were saying, when you protect your purpose protects you, right? And they were comparing purpose with this beautiful jewel, that like the one that you have, and they were saying, only you know the value of that jewel, all right? People, you walk around, people will tell you how fake that jewel is, how value, of no value it is, but you know how much it means to you. You know how much you bought that jewel. You know how much would you protect that jewel, knowing its value, you know? And they were saying that, look at the people who have protected their purpose, or they have protected their, they have held on. They have been able to enter into rooms that no one has entered.
Yes.
Look at people who have stood in and have, moved in line with their purposes. They are doing amazing things because purpose protects you when you hold it on and you place value on it.
Yes.
You'll be able to enter into rooms that you have never entered before. You'll be able to speak to people you have never spoke spoke before, but because you have put value on your purpose. So thank you for mentioning that, because it reminded me of
Powerful, very powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in conclusion, maybe you can just tell us to someone who is watching and he's in a place, or he or she is in a place of total stagnation. How can they come out of it and live a victorious life? Because we are living in an age of social media pressure, and there's just too much that makes us stuck. And sometimes, by the way, it's not you. Sometimes it's not you. It's that state of mind that you've placed yourself in, and you've refused to come out of it. So what can you tell this person who is right now watching us and they don't know what to do? They're like, I know I'm gifted in music. I'm gifted in this area, but I can't just get myself out to do it. What would you tell them?
I'd say, like I said before, commit your ways to God. He has a way of directing your path. Sit down with a pen and a paper and write down what is important to you. Your values, as we said before. And then understand that, just like Eunice said, you need to understand your value. If you don't see your value, other people will not see that value. Decide not to settle for less, no matter what happens. Don't settle for less, because most likely the vision you have is a kingdom vision. It's got nothing to do with what's happening here on earth, And so it's here in the mindset. If you have decided to be successful, create that success in your mind, and it will begin to bear fruit. Because what happens if you delay for too long, you end up in stagnation, and then your five senses begin to interfere. what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, what you feel. So you want to do something, you want to go in a certain direction, but then you hear, oh, maybe elections are coming next year, it's not a good time to start a business, or you feel afraid, or what you've seen, what you've experienced or felt, it begins to interfere. But your vision is here in the mindset, and that which you see can only begin here. Yes. So grow it here. Even if in the physical you're not seeing it, grow the vision, and then take one day at a time.
Amazing. Yeah, I believe in taking one day at a time, and trusting the process, because I believe if you make those small changes that she has shared with, I believe you'll be able to come out of that place that you're in. Remember, you're not alone. Millions of people are going through it, but people have made decisions and they have said, you know what, I'm not going to stay here this year, next year. No, I have to get out of this place that I've found myself in. So if you're that person, I hope you've been inspired. I hope this segment has changed your life somehow, changed your mindset. And honestly, if you have not gotten anything from this session, please just DM me. I need to come to your house. We sit down with a cup of tea because you need help. You need help. So thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, share with your friends for this and more amazing content that I'll be bringing to you. And I'm so grateful for just, taking time to watch this content. And until next time, it's bye for now. So you can...
Thank you, bye, and all I can say is thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. By the way, where can we find you on social media? Do you have any social media handles? Can you share with my viewers?
Yes, I do. On Facebook, it's Caro Machine, and Instagram, it's Caro Machine. Easy.
Yes, so you can send her a DM if you need more, and if you need, some mentorship.
Mentorship, coaching. Yes.
Okay. All right. Till next.